Yeah, we do. Um, I want to say first of all that it's a great. It's been great seeing those guys compete. All three of those guys. I mean, really all spring, all summer, and they've really tried to help each other out, and they're continuing to do that. And as we move throughout this season, as we've told all three of those guys, the fact that it's going to take all three of them really to get through this season. It's been proven over time that you need more than one quarterback, and in some cases three. And we're very fortunate to have three guys that we feel capable of moving this offense and helping our team win. But after we studied all the things that we did throughout camp in spring and summer, and Brendan Soares will be our starter. He's worked hard to learn the offense, and he's made a lot of plays. And I think he gives us a great situation as far as running the quarterback as well as throwing the ball. So I think he's got a good command of what we're trying to do. And but having said that, we got full confidence in the other two quarterbacks as well to be able to go in and move our offense.
Obviously, the 7 Big Ten starts has to help his resume and the way he carries himself in weight rooms. You evaluated a lot of things other than just what you saw, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as a quarterback, I mean, it takes everything. I mean, you got to have situational awareness. It obviously helps to having played in big games. The teams that we're playing this year obviously are talented and coached well. I mean, you got to, it helps to have experience when you're going into some of those venues that we got to go into. But I also think he's earned the respect of his teammates. I think that's huge. So there's so many little things I think that go into it, not just throwing and running. I mean, it's all the other stuff, and I think he's handled himself well. He's got a quiet confidence about himself, but he's also has some humility, which I like at the quarterback position.
Dante Corleone, Luke Kandra, Gavin Gerhardt, and Derek Canteen were named your captains. What has this offseason been like for those four that kind of put them in that role?
Well, the three big boys, they've endured a lot, since I've been here, and they've been on top, man. They lead every day, and they've done that since I've been here, since day one. So they've earned the respect from our teammates from a long time ago, and they just continue that on. And so it wasn't a surprise to me. I mean, our team voted. We obviously calculated all the votes. Those three were not a surprise at all. And then having been around Canteen, since he got here in January, a tremendous person, has great leadership ability, and he's put that to work throughout the spring and summer and fall. And for him to come in this short period of time and earn the respect of his teammates like he did, that says a lot about him. And we appreciate the way he goes about his business, and so excited about these four guys. And I will say this too, those were the top four vote getters that the team voted for, and then there's probably 8 or 9 other guys that got some really good votes. And that, as a coach, it excites you, because we had a lot more leaders on this team than just those four. And as we sit here today, my plan is to name a 5th captain throughout the season on each week. And utilize some of those other guys that receive votes, because they're worthy of it. They need the recognition because of how they led this off season and how they help our team. So, we'll next week we'll name a 5th captain for that game, and then we'll see how it goes the rest of the season.
As you head into game prep week, how comfortable are you with where the offense is currently, and what will the emphasis be this coming week?
I'm way more comfortable than last year at this point in time. I mean, with the guys we have up front, with our running game, I feel like our tight end room is upgraded. We got some weapons there. The wide receivers have really come together over the last 2 weeks. And I feel like we got enough playmakers to go out there and move the football and score some points. And with the experience up front's where it all starts, and that's what we're really excited about. So now you got to go in, you got to operate. As a coach, you always think about, we don't want to look sloppy. The false starts, the 12 guys on the field. I mean, all the stupid little penalties that can happen in a first game. We want to eliminate those things. We want to be a clean game. But I'm excited about where we are offensively. I feel like we got an offense that can go out there and move the ball this year. We certainly proved we can run it, but now, how well can we push the ball down the field in the throw game? And I think that'll be something that we'll all be looking forward to seeing if we can do that.
Scott, do you and your staff, going into a season, or have you done this before, do you all ever give out bulletin board material? Do you try to bottle that and give it to the team and say, hey, the outside world's kind of taking you guys for granted, taking you guys lightly, or is it just blinders on?
No, I mean, we try to keep everything within and go as hard as we can each and every day. Really focus on us and not worry about the outside. Whether everybody's putting you up on a pedestal or nobody believes in you, it doesn't really matter. You still got to go put the work in and go prove it on the field. They've had a really good mindset about that. We certainly will use any motivation that we can, and right now, not many people think we're going to be much. And so we'll certainly use that, and we got something to prove each and every week. And, but it's how you go about your business every day out here. I've really been pleased the way they've been working, and, I'm excited to watch them play, although we still got another 8 or 9 days, but it's getting close, and you can feel it. And, but I'm excited about getting to game week.
You were a quarterback when you called those guys in to tell them how did that go, or do they kind of figure it out on their own?
No, I mean, I think through camp, as an individual, where you are. I think even though there's close competition, you kind of get a feel for, man, I had a good day today, or I didn't have a great day today. And, I think deep down inside, everybody wants to start. Like, all these guys want to start. And when you realize you're not starting, obviously you're disappointed. But I also think you have to continue to work, because you never know when you're going to get a chance and an opportunity to show yourself and how you really are. And when you get that chance, if you sulked and if you've put your head down and you get an opportunity, then you're probably not going to be very good. But if you took it in stride and said, all right, I'm going to keep working, keep trying to get better, and you get another opportunity, then I always feel like you'll prove yourself worthy. And, at that quarterback position, there are 3 good guys right there with good character and work hard. So, obviously, I'm sure the other 2 are disappointed. They're not the guy, but they will get opportunities, and they got to go out there and make the most of them.
Scott, you've preached about the depth at the offensive line position. Obviously, Phil was a little banged up today. DeAndre's a little banged up. Do you just have any updates on those 2?
Yeah, we have. O-line, D-line has kind of been some positions of getting some guys dinged up. Yeah, we feel really good about Buford being ready for game week, being on practice on Sunday. Wilder's still going to be a question mark, with him. But I think getting Buford back, that'll be good. Milan is another guy who's hopefully we can get back. To me, he's a question for next week, but maybe, the second week we'll be back. Who gives us some more depth right there. But getting Buford back, that certainly will be helpful, and you feel like you're still going to have 6 or 7 guys. 7 guys probably that can go out there and play for next week for sure, but we've still got a couple guys question mark.
Special teams and emphasis today. Have you gotten a chance to look at the new NFL kickoff rules? What do you think about that maybe trickling down to college football?
It'll be interesting. I think, sometimes the NFL tries some things, and if it works and they like it, then it'll trickle down at some point. I think it's more exciting probably the way it is. You're going to get maybe more returns, and you don't have the layers that you have the normal kickoff. I think it's more of a line. If you break the line, you got a chance to take it to the house. So that's one of the things I'm interested in looking at this year in the NFL, to see how they do the kickoffs and see if that will translate. If they like it and it works out great, then I think we'll do it. I think obviously the whole thing is for lessening the collisions that you have there with the kickoff team. But I'm interested in seeing that. I think it may create an exciting play, and if it is that way, then it'll probably end up getting adopted.
What is the culture for the Bearcats this season doing some good stuff?
Yeah, I think we've been talking about how connected this team is, and the whole off season. Obviously got more connected at higher ground, and it's good now because everything's great. When you face adversity, all right, how connected can we be? And I think. So you try to create such a tight bond that you can't be broken, and hopefully that's the way we are, no matter what faces the Bearcats this year. And hopefully have some great success on the field, and everybody's having a lot more fun and celebrating wins. And I think that's what you want to see. But I know we'll have some struggles at some point. Everybody does. And how can we respond from those? If we have a bad quarter, how can we come back the next quarter? And I think that's the thing that I'm anxious to see. But I like our team. I like how they are. So we'll see how it goes throughout the season.
You expect Corleone to walk out as captain in shoulder pads within the next month?
I'm very hopeful that happens. I'll say this. Corleone has worked his tail off. He's just sweating as more as anybody on the field after every practice. He's getting himself right mentally. So when they do say it's okay to play, he'll be ready to go. Again, we're still taking it day by day, and whenever they give him the green light, he'll be ready to go. So, very hopeful that he'll be on the sideline, in shoulder pads and helmets, ready to go.
That's all we got.
All right.